day to be the best VR boxer in the world. Am I right? Or am I right? What a fun filled, productive day we're having. Isn't it such a wonderful, fun filled, productive day we're having? Are we having fun? Are we having fun yet, world? I know I am. Are we having fun yet, world? I know it's been a good almost 30 years for me. It's been a good almost 30 years for me. It's been a good almost 3 decades inhabiting the earth, I can tell you that. If you told me when I was in school that I was putting all this effort into being a McDonald's manager, I would have been like, man. I would have been like, man, sign me up. I want to live as long as I can. If you told me that my life was going to be paycheck to paycheck loneliness and constant disrespect, constant stress, disrespect, struggle, loneliness, if you told me that this was what life was all about, I would have been like, man, how do I become immortal? I would have been like, tell me the secrets to immortality. I want to know how to make an immortality potion. Teach me how to alchemically make an immortality potion if this is what life has in stores for me, because I want to live forever. That's what I would have told you. I would have told you that I want to live forever. I would have been like, where do I get my immortality potion, sir? I would have been like, sir, where does a fellow like me get their immortality potion if this is what life has in store for me? You're telling me every day? You're telling me I can experience this every day is what I would have asked you. I would have been like, so you're telling me I can experience this every waking moment of my life? You're telling me I can have eternal suffering and torment if I become immortal? Where do I sign up? That's actually now that we're all adults, now that we're all adults, how foolish were we thinking we wanted to be immortal when we were children? Do you remember all of the hours if you went to a summer camp like me? If you went to a summer camp like me, do you remember all of the hours that you spent as a child talking about how awesome it would be to be immortal? Do you remember as a child talking about how awesome it would be to be immortal? Now that you've been an adult in the United States for decades, do you actually think you want to be immortal? Are you sure you want to be immortal? Are you actually sure you want to be immortal now that you've been an adult in the United States for decades? I can tell you, now that I have been an adult in the United States for decades, that I do not want anything to do with immortality if this is how I'm going to be treated. If this is how I'm going to be treated in the United States, then you can go ahead and keep your immortality. You can have your immortality, you can keep it. You can give your immortality to someone else. Because now that I've experienced what the United States calls life, I can wholeheartedly say that there's nothing going on in the United States that I want to participate in for a lifetime. You're not missing anything. If you know people in India that think they would have a better life in the United States, I can assure you they're not missing anything. There's nothing going on here that makes the United States a desirable place. I can assure you that. I can assure you, you're just going to be a different variety of poor. That's all that's going on here. All that's going on here is that you're going to be a different variety of poor. But no one's going to show you respect. This isn't a place that shows people respect or common decency unless they have something to gain from you or unless they're using you to profit off of you. The only reason Tim Walz, no, I'm not saying it's perspective. I'm saying the quality of life is objectively horrible here. It's not perspective. I'm saying the quality of life is objectively horrible here. I'm saying they treat immigrants nicely because immigration is a tax scam. Tim Walz doesn't care about right and wrong. Tim Walz doesn't care about you. Tim Walz doesn't care if Somalians have food in their mouth. Tim Walz was profiting off of Somalia. The government of the state of Minnesota was profiting off of a tax scam. What have I been telling you this whole time? What have I been telling you this whole time? I told you since I was born, I'm related to people that work for the government, okay? I've been telling you since I was fucking born. Every time it's not has nothing to do with Democrats or Republicans. It has to do with rich people and rich people stealing money and stealing money at the expense of poor people, okay? My whole life, every single time they've tried to deport the immigrants. Every time they've tried to deport the immigrants. Every single time they've tried to deport the immigrants. Every single time they've tried to deport the immigrants in the United States. This is what happens. Rich people that have businesses that make money off of immigration start calling the people that are doing the deportation, okay? Rich people start calling the people doing the deportation. ICE has tried to do deportations in Florida since the 80s. ICE has been trying to do deportations in Florida since the 80s. Immigration Customs Enforcement has been trying to do deportations in the United States, at least Florida, since the 80s. It is 2026. They've been trying to do it since the 80s. And I've been telling you this repeatedly. I've been telling you this. And what they do every time is the people profiting off of the immigration that do not have one concern for the immigrants. They're not doing it because they think Mexico is awesome. They're doing it because they think India is awesome. They're not doing it because they think Somalia is awesome. They don't think Somalia has a lot of things to offer the United States. They don't think India has a lot of things to offer the United States. They're making money off of the immigrants with poor people who are suffering their life to offer you here. I'm sorry, they pulled a scam on you. They pulled a scam on you where they're gonna they're gonna coddle you for the first generation. For the first generation, they're gonna coddle you. Okay, look at what Tim Walz is doing with the Somalian immigrants. Okay, he's moving the Somalian immigrants in. They're coddling the Somalian immigrants for the first generation. They're letting them speak into microphones at press conferences about their bananas and rice. Okay, they're letting the Somalian immigrants go to colleges and give speeches about their bananas and rice and about how Somalia has so much to offer the United States for the first generation. Once you get to being here as long as I have, motherfucker, once you're 4 or 5 generations in, guess what? They don't got a fucking thing for you here except jail. They don't got a goddamn thing here for you except jail and police surveilling you 24/7. Okay? That's all they got for you. They've been trying to deport the illegal immigrants. They've been trying to deport the illegal immigrants in Florida since the 80s. My parents used to run unions in the state of Florida. Okay? They've been trying to deport ICE, Immigration Customs Enforcement, has been trying to deport illegal immigrants in Florida since the 80s. Okay? And every single time they start calling the local government, rich people that are using the illegal immigrant labor to undercut the cost of labor of people who were born in the United States. So what I mean by that is these businesses are using the illegal immigrants to drive down the hourly rate that they pay laborers in the United States. You know how they always say, hourly wages aren't going up? Hourly wages aren't going up because immigration is a goddamn scam. Okay? Hourly wages aren't going up because illegal immigration is a scam. Tim Walz is funding illegal immigration. He's making money off of illegal immigration. And what have I been telling you this whole time? Every time ICE starts trying to deport people, the people making money off of illegal immigration stop it. Who's making money off of illegal immigration? Tim Walz, who paid to shut down the deportations in Minnesota. Tim Walz! I've been telling you this the whole time! I've been telling you this the whole fucking time! What did I tell you? What did I tell you? I said I know people who work for the government in Florida. I told you Customs Enforcement has been getting shut down every time they try to deport illegal immigrants. By who? Who did I tell you was doing it? I said the people making money off of illegal immigration. Look at what happened in Minnesota. Immigration Customs Enforcement tried to deport people. Who stopped it? The people making money off of illegal immigration. Who's making money off of illegal immigration in Minnesota? Tim Walz! Motherfucker! Been telling you it the whole time! Been telling you it the whole time! Saw it with my own eyes. Your crooked-ass government in Lee County has been doing this to Immigration Customs Enforcement since the 80s. They did it in 2023, 2024. Been happening the whole time. What did I tell you? The whole time. So don't tell me a goddamn thing about the law. Don't ever tell me a goddamn thing about the law. Don't ever tell me a motherfucking thing about the law. Don't ever tell me anything about being a criminal, because guess what? Every goddamn thing I told you about how this country is the way it is. This country is racist. This country doesn't give a fuck about the working man. This country doesn't give a fuck about offering people a chance to get paid the standard of living. This country has fuck all to offer people. This country doesn't have anything to offer you. This country has nothing to offer you. Immigration is this country's biggest scam. Immigration is this country's biggest scam, and they've been using immigration to get cheap labor in this country for hundreds of years. And they're gonna treat you nice for 1 or 2 generations, and then they're gonna throw you to the curb like they did me. I was an immigrant once. Do you think they're treating me well? Do you think they're giving me the same opportunities they're giving the new illegal immigrants? No, they're not. No, they're not. They're gonna treat you good for 1 or 2 generations, and then they're gonna use you as an indentured servant. They're gonna use you as an indentured servant, and they're gonna use you to make me poor. That's all they're gonna do. They're gonna use you to make me poor, but they're only gonna treat you and your family good for 1 or 2 generations. That's it. That's all you're gonna get. You're gonna get 1 or 2 good generations of treatment. Do you think they were gonna treat those Somalians in Minnesota good 3 generations in? No. No. This country... Hold on. You know, I had cough drops around here somewhere, but I think they were dirty, and I think I threw them away. But what I'm getting at is... this country's only going to treat you good for 1 or 2 generations, because illegal immigration is a scam. And illegal immigration is a scam for the illegal immigrants. You want to know why? You want to know why? 2 or 3 generations down the road, they're going to be using the new illegal immigrants to drive down how much they pay your family. So when your illegal immigrant family is 3 to 4 generations into living in the United States, the new illegal immigrants are going to be fucking things up for your children. The new illegal immigrants are going to be fucking things up for your children. So you're doing yourself a disservice by allowing the illegal immigration to continue. I hate to tell you that. But you're doing you and future generations of your family a disservice by allowing the illegal immigration to continue, because they're going to use future illegal immigration to make workplace standards worse for future generations of your family. So you're setting a trap for yourself. You're setting a trap for yourself. Hate to break it to you. But Tim Walz just pulled a fast one on you again. Hate to break it to you, but Governor of Minnesota, Tim Walz, just pulled another fast one on you. Hate to break it to you, but Governor Tim Walz just pulled another fast one on you. So what they're going to do now, now that Tim Walz funded the law not being enforced, again, what they're going to do is, now that they're replacing you with AI, what they're going to do is they're basically going to create indentured servitude in the United States. They're going to create indentured servitude in the United States. Again, they're going to bring back indentured servitude. So now AIs are going to take your job, and they're going to keep using illegal immigration to make working conditions worse for the remaining people working in the United States. So there's going to be basically they're going to keep shrinking the working poor class. They're going to make the working poor class the working homeless class. And they're going to use illegal immigration and AI Tesla robots to do that. But they're going to make the working poor the working homeless is what's going to happen. So look, that's what you have to look forward to, and keep an eye out for it, because there's already no new jobs. You don't have new jobs. They're not making new jobs. We're competing for a dwindling pool of jobs that don't pay the standard of living. So they're not making new jobs. Everyone is lying to you about there being new jobs. Everyone telling you that the job market and the economy is okay is lying. The job market and the economy is still terrible. It's getting worse because of AI. And it's going to continue to get worse. And what's going to happen is... No, there's not plenty of jobs. There's not plenty of jobs, and there's not plenty of jobs that pay the standard of living. You're full of shit. People are interviewing, they're posting fake job postings. So a new thing that's going on is they're posting fake job postings, and they're interviewing for jobs that they're not hiring for. And they're doing this for tax reasons. They're doing this for tax breaks. They're doing this for a profit. But what's going on now, fake job postings interviewing for jobs that don't exist. And then you have AI applicant screening. So you have AI applicant screening going on. You have fake job postings and you have fake jobs. The job market is terrible. Nothing is paying the standard of living, and inflation is still happening. Wages are stagnant, inflation is still happening, and then you have Tim Walz trying to keep illegal immigration going, because illegal immigration is a literal scam. It is a literal scam, and it's a literal scam that this country has been doing for hundreds of years. So now what's going to happen is we're going to start drifting towards erasing the working poor and making the working poor the working homeless class. The working poor is going to become the working homeless class. And that's what you have to look forward to in the United States. And they're going to keep trying to use illegal immigration to make the working poor the working homeless class. So that's what you have to look forward to. Hold on. So, if I'm wrong, tell me an entry-level job that pays the standard of living in Florida. Tell me an entry-level job that pays the standard of living in Southwest Florida. Rent is about $1,200 in Southwest Florida. A good new car payment is about $400 a month, and that's before groceries and other expenses. So a cheap apartment, a cheap studio apartment in Southwest Florida is $1,200 a month for rent before everything else. Tell me a job that can sustain that. Tell me an entry-level job that can sustain that when rent in Southwest Florida for a studio apartment is $1,200 a month. Tell me an entry-level job that's going to make that affordable. Where's an entry-level job in Southwest Florida? And tell me illegal immigration is going to make Southwest Florida more affordable. Tell me how, in the current AI age we live in, how it is possible for a graduate to find an entry-level job in Southwest Florida that can sustain living in a $1,200 a month apartment. Tell me how you're going to live in a $1,200 a month apartment and save for a mortgage. Tell me how that's possible. Tell me where in Southwest Florida I can work to afford a $1,200 a month studio apartment. And again, $1,200 is cheap for a studio apartment in Florida, in Southwest Florida. Tell me an entry-level job that's going to pay me enough money to afford to live in a $1,200 a month before other expenses studio apartment, and then tell me how I'm going to save for a mortgage paying $1,200 for rent. What am I going to do when they up the cost of rent? What am I going to do when they up the cost of rent? Tell me what I'm going to do when they up the cost of rent. I just want to know what I'm going to do when they up the cost of rent, when the cost of a cheap studio apartment in Southwest Florida is $1,200 a month. They don't even have rent control here. They don't have rent control anywhere, really, but they definitely don't have rent control here. So if they don't even have rent-controlled apartments here, tell me where can an entry-level person work in Southwest Florida? Entry-level places in Southwest Florida are still paying $14 an hour, okay? Entry-level positions in Southwest Florida are still paying $14 an hour, and cheap rent in Southwest Florida is $1,200 a month. So this person doesn't know me, by the way. This person doesn't know me at all. This person swatted me and called the FBI on me. This person is a criminal that belongs in jail, by the way. If any Southwest Florida police are watching and you'd like to do your job, If you'd like to do your job instead of coddling illegal immigrants and being the only people allowed to be in a union, nope, not a relative, not my friend, never met me in real life. This person is a literal criminal. This person is a literal criminal that is mad that I don't think the same way he does. This is a literal terrorist. This person is a literal terrorist that belongs in prison. This person is a literal terrorist that belongs in prison. This person has committed several crimes against me. And if this person agreed to spar me on stream in real life, I would beat them so badly they would go to the hospital. This person is afraid to spar me in real life, and that's why they hate me and spread rumors about me. Because I angered this person by making fun of them on Discord. I made fun of this person on Discord for months, and they got so mad that they broke the law because they're a literal terrorist. This person got so mad at what I'm telling you right now that they tried to get the FBI to arrest me. This person is a terrorist and a criminal, and they're so mad about what I'm telling you right now that they swatted me. They called a SWAT team to my house. They sent the FBI to my house. They got me fired from jobs. They threatened my family, and all of that didn't stop me from sitting here right now and saying what I'm saying. This person hates what I'm telling you right now because it's the truth. No, we're not friends. We're not friends. What I'm telling you right now makes this person so mad that they called the FBI to my house, swatted me, got me fired from jobs, threatened my family. If this person agreed to spar me on stream in Lee County, Florida right now, I would beat this person into a coma. I would beat this person into a literal coma if they agreed to spar me in boxing on stream. I would literally try to murder this person if they agreed to spar me on stream. If this person agreed to spar me in the sport of boxing on stream in Lee County, Florida, I would try to beat them to death. I would try to murder this person, and that's why they're afraid to spar me, because they know I'd try to kill him. Try to kill you if you agreed to spar me on stream. No, that's another lie. I was a patsy. This is another example of dishonest journalism. So I'm the best VR boxer in the world, and what this guy is telling you is a complete and utter lie. So, boom, you're spreading misinformation and lies, and I have the truth if you would like to ask me the truth. You're really going to believe someone who is a criminal terrorist? You need to be smarter than that. Edits by 0220. You need to be a little bit smarter than that. I just told you that you're talking to a terrorist that stalks and harasses people on the internet. Do you really think a terrorist is going to tell you the truth about someone? Because you're being misinformed by a terrorist. Do you really think a terrorist is going to tell you the truth about public criminal record? Do you really think a terrorist is going to tell you the truth? I hate to break it to you, buddy. I hate to break it to you, buddy. But even if I did steal $5,000 or not, what actually happened was I was a patsy. Okay, I was a patsy for a drug dealer who laced drugs that people overdosed on. So this person laced drugs that people overdosed and died on, and instead of the police arresting him, the police arrested me because he roped me into cashing fake money. Now, does that make sense to you? Does that make sense to you, or does that seem like I flirted with a police officer's daughter in high school, and the police officer was mad that I sent a picture of my penis to his daughter when I was in high school? Does that seem like the police did their due diligence when they were doing an investigation? Or does it seem like I tried to have sex with a police officer's daughter in high school, and the police officer's daughter's husband was mad about it? Does that seem more realistic? Does that seem more realistic to you? What do you mean it seems like it's an adult matter? You were being misinformed by a terrorist that sent a SWAT team to my house because he was mad that I made fun of him on the internet. He's mad that I'm correct about illegal immigration being a scam used to keep the wages low for the working class in the United States. So he sent a SWAT team to my house to try to murder me because I made fun of him on the internet. Is that really the person that you think is going to tell you the truth about public record? Yeah, I'm saying the police made me a patsy for a drug dealer that laced drugs that murdered people in Cape Coral because the police officer was mad that I flirted with his daughter in high school. So he did a fraudulent investigation that made me a patsy for a drug dealer in Cape Coral that laced drugs that caused countless people to die, because he's mad that I flirted with his daughter when I was in high school, and he's mad that I called the person that runs the Cape Coral Police Department a coward on Facebook back in about 2017. Back in about 2017, I called the former governor of Florida and the person who runs the Cape Coral Police Department cowards on Facebook. And then because they were mad that I flirted with their daughters in high school, and because they were mad that one of their wives, one of the husbands of their daughters ducked a fight with me. Okay, they're mad that one of the husbands of their daughters ducked a fight with me on Facebook back in about, I don't know, 2017 or something like that. You don't think I remember the threatening messages you sent me on my old Facebook? Oh, you know I'm a mechanic for the Cape Coral Police, right? The dude's husband, or the girl's husband. You know I'm a mechanic for the Cape Coral Police, right? So you're letting this dude misinform you. You're letting this dude misinform you about me being a patsy, because you were never going to do your due diligence on your own. You were never going to look it up on your own and find the truth. You were never going to do your due diligence. You were just going to blindly listen to a terrorist. You were just going to blindly listen to a terrorist in a YouTube chat, and you're asking me why I banned him. You're asking me why I banned the terrorist that you were going to blindly listen to, and you were going to start spreading his misinformation about me instead of listening to me when I'm telling you what actually happened, which is I was a patsy for corrupt Cape Coral police officers who are mad that I flirted with their daughters in high school. And they're mad that I called them cowards on Facebook, so they made me a patsy for a drug dealer named Dustin Taylor. Who laced drugs that killed countless people in Cape Coral, Florida. You think I'm lying to you about anything else when I'll tell you that? You think I'm lying to you? You think I'm lying to you about illegal immigration? I am related to people who work for the government. I'm related to people who work for the government. You think I'm lying to you? You think I'm lying to you about illegal immigration? I'm not lying to you about anything. I'm not lying to you about a damn thing. So, that's what you got to look forward to. That's what you got to look forward to. You're never going to have good times in the United States again. You're never going to see a good year in the United States again. You're never going to see a good year in the United States again. I'm poor. What does it matter? I'm driving a car that I can't afford. That's what I'm driving. I'm driving a car that I can't afford. You going to do anything to make my life better? No, you're not. Why should I answer your question? I'm driving a car I can't afford because the terrorist you were talking to earlier that you're not trying to get arrested right now got me fired from a job that was never going to pay me enough money because he's mad that I'm correct that illegal immigration is a scam in the United States, that the federal police are helping stay in business. The local and federal police of the United States have been helping the business of illegal immigration, which is a global scam that the United States has been pulling off for hundreds of years, profligate and continue. So remember that every time a police officer, police officers are the only people left allowed to be in unions. Police officers are about the only people that are still allowed to be in unions, in workers' unions in the United States. How does that make sense? Why are police officers the only people left in the United States that are allowed to be in a workers' union? You're not going to make my life better. And why should I answer your question about my car? Why? Give me one reason why I should answer you asking prying personal questions. What's your full name? Tell me your actual full name. What's your actual full name? Give me your actual full name if you want me to answer your questions. Post your actual address right now. Give me information about you, and then we can have an actual conversation over the internet, if that's how you want to act. I said your name. So give me your actual name. Give me your actual name. Give me your actual address. What? You don't want to answer my question? I can help. What? You don't want to answer my question? I could help you if you just answer my question. What? You don't want to answer my question? What? You don't want to answer my question? What, are you an asshole? What, are you an asshole? You don't want to answer my question? Yeah, bro, don't answer me. Yeah, bro, don't answer me. Yeah, bro, don't answer me. Give me your address. Give me your actual address. Give me your actual address. Yeah, bro, don't answer me. Yeah, bro, don't answer me. That was you a second ago. Yeah, bro, don't answer me. Yeah, bro, don't answer me. What happened? Give me your full name. Yeah, bro, don't answer me. What, you don't want to answer my question? Yeah, bro, don't answer me. That was you a second ago. Yeah, bro, don't answer me. That was you 2 seconds ago. What, you don't want to answer my question? What, you don't want to answer my question? Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro, I can't help you. You don't want to answer my question, bro? Give me your full name. Yeah, bro, you don't want to answer my question? Yeah, bro, you don't want to answer my question? What's your full name, motherfucker? Give me your actual IP address. Give me your actual IP address. What's your full name? Yeah, bro, you don't want to answer me? Yeah, bro, you don't want to answer me? What kind of car are you driving, bro? Yeah, bro, you don't want to answer me? Yeah, bro, you don't want to answer me? What kind of car are you driving, bro? Give me your full name and address. Give me your full name and actual address. What, you don't want to answer me? 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 Give me your full name and actual address. What, you don't want to answer me? What kind of car do you drive? What's your license plate? What's your VIN number? What kind of insurance do you have? What, you don't want to answer me? What, you don't want to answer me, motherfucker? What, you don't want to answer me, bitch? What's up, bitch? You don't want to answer me? Give me your full name and address, bitch. What kind of car do you drive? Who do you bank with? Where are you at right now? What, you don't want to answer me? You can come to Lee County, Florida and spar if you have a problem with me. You're just like the terrorist I had to ban earlier. Give me your full name and address, bitch. What? What, you don't want to spar me in Lee County, Florida? You don't want to spar the best VR boxer like the pussy-ass terrorist I had to ban earlier? What, you don't want to spar me in VR boxing on stream? Or you don't want to spar me in boxing on stream like the pussy-ass terrorist I had to ban earlier? What are you driving, bitch? What are you driving, bitch? They're not too brave in India, are they? Not too brave in India, just like the terrorist I had to ban earlier. Not too brave. Imagine that. Imagine that. Terrorists aren't too brave. What, you don't want to give me your actual name and address? What, you don't want to give me your actual name and address? What happened? What do you drive? What's your license plate? What happened? What happened? What happened? You don't want to answer my question? You don't want to answer my question? That was you a second ago. That was you a second ago. Yeah, bro, you don't want to answer my question? Yeah, bro, you don't want to answer my question? You don't want to answer my question, bro? You don't want to answer my question? What happened? What happened? What's your full name and address, bitch? What's your full name and address, bitch? What, you don't want to help me? What, you don't want to answer my question? 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 What's your full name, bitch? You see that terrorist I just had to ban? You see that terrorist I just had to ban? That's a pussy-ass motherfucker. That's a pussy-ass motherfucker, not too different from David Acosta. Not too different from David Acosta and Deathstrike of Street Beefs. That's a pussy-ass motherfucker that's never gonna spar me on stream in Lee County, Florida. That's a pussy-ass motherfucker that's never gonna spar me on stream. That you just saw get banned there. That's a pussy-ass motherfucker that's never gonna spar me on stream. That's someone that's mad that everything that I've been saying this stream about immigration customs enforcement and the law being enforced in the United States, That's a motherfucker that's mad that I'm correct when I tell you how the government operates right there. That's a motherfucker that's mad about me telling you how the government actually operates. That's a motherfucker that's mad that I'm right about what happens every time Immigration Customs Enforcement tries to shut down the immigration scam, the business of immigration scams in the United States, which is protected by the private sector because the private sector of the United States uses illegal immigration to destroy and erode the working and poor class of the United States, to create a working homeless class of the United States. That's what's going on there, okay? They don't dox people like me unless I'm telling you the truth about how the government operates, okay? They don't dox a person like me unless I'm saying something that hurts their bottom line. And I'm saying something that hurts their bottom line because they don't want the immigration scam of the United States to be shut down. They're very afraid of the immigration scam in the United States being shut down. That's why they have the military and the federal police and the local police help maintain its existence. Okay? So remember that every time you see a military veteran police officer. Just remember that. Just remember that they don't give a flying fuck about you. That's why police don't get no free drinks no more. Police don't get free haircuts anymore because the police are helping propagate the immigration scam in the United States. The United States is a big old immigration scam. Okay? They're making cash money off of making sure your kids aren't going to have a job. So remember that every time you come and kick me for no goddamn reason. How many motherfuckers do you have out there telling you the truth? Huh? How many motherfuckers out there are telling you the truth about a goddamn thing? Not many, but make sure you kick me for no fucking reason for telling you the truth. Your kids are the ones that are gonna pay. Your punk ass kids are the ones that are gonna pay for you ignoring me. You're only fucking yourself over. Your kids are the ones that are gonna pay every fucking penny for the cost of you kicking me for no fucking reason. And it's because you're ignoring the truth. Your kids are going to pay for it because you're ignoring the truth, and you're making your children ignorant. You're making your children ignorant of reality, okay? Even the immigrants are going to be fucked over by this. Even the illegal immigrants are going to be fucked over by your ignorant decisions. But keep kicking me for no fucking reason like that's going to get anything done. All you're doing is cutting your nose to spite your fucking face. And your children are going to pay every red fucking cent for it. Your children are the ones that are going to go without. Alright? Your children are the ones whose teeth are going to be falling out. Your children are the ones that are going to be starving. Your children are the ones that are going to be working homeless. Alright? Your children are going to be working for a day's pay. Alright? Your children are going to be getting paid by the day. They're going to be working for a day's pay. Alright? And they're going to use that day's pay to facilitate eating so they don't die, all right? And they're not even gonna have teeth to chew with. That's what your children are gonna have to suffer through because of your ignorant actions. So keep kicking me for no fucking reason like that gets anything done. Your children are the ones that are gonna pay for it. And your fucking military veterans that ask for your respect that they didn't earn are the ones that propagated this shit, alright? They're the ones that stabbed you in the back. It's your police officer and military veterans that are the only ones left that are allowed to be in a workers' union. Why are your fucking U.S. military veterans, police officers, the only ones left that are allowed to be in a workers' union? Why is that the case? Why are your bald, skinny, black Lee County Sheriff's officers, military veterans, the only ones left that are allowed to be in a workers' union? It's because they're helping propagate the illegal immigration so the rich man can profit at the expense of your children having a roof over their head and food in their mouth. So it's your bald, black, skinny U.S. military veteran police officers that are the ones that are propagating illegal immigration. They're the ones propagating human trafficking, all right? Rub and tugs are still around because of your bald, black, U.S. military veteran police officers, all right? The only ones left allowed to be in a workers' unions, by the way. You did it to yourself. Your ignorant asses did it to yourself. I told you the truth, and you motherfuckers ignored me. I told you the truth, and you ignorant motherfuckers kicked me for no reason. You did it to yourself. You did it to yourself. You fucking ignored me. I told you the truth. What the fuck is Tim Walz doing? What the fuck did Tim Walz just fund? What the fuck did Tim Walz just fund? Shutting down ICE. Told you. Told you, bitch. Told you, bitch. Go back in my content. Been telling you this shit for 3 years. Been telling you this shit for 3-4 years. You did it to your dumbass selves. You kicked me for no fucking reason, and I was telling you the truth. I was telling you insider shit about how the government operates. I was telling you insider shit about how the government really moves. Why do you think they called the FBI on me? Why do you think they called the FBI on me? They don't call the FBI on people telling lies. They don't call the FBI on people telling lies. Alright? They don't make people a patsy for drug traffickers when they're telling lies. They do it to people telling the truth. Alright? So, the illegal immigrant scam is to keep your wages low. It's to make sure your wages don't go up. It's to make sure you don't get paid more money per hour. That's what the illegal immigration scam is for, all right? The illegal immigration scam is so they don't pay you enough money to afford anything. They don't call the FBI on people telling the truth. Hate to break it to you, but they never once have they frivolously called the FBI on someone lying. I hate to break it to you. I hate to break it to you, but never once have they frivolously called the FBI to put a random pale North American man in a psych ward because they were genuinely concerned for his mental health. They did it because I was telling you the truth. And because I was dunking on their fucking children, their Nepo babies, on Discord. The same reason that they made me a patsy for a drug trafficker in Cape Coral because I was flirting with police officers' children when I was in high school. Alright? They don't make random pale North American men patsies for drug traffickers and give them frivolous felony charges because they were lying. Okay? They either do it because you were flirting with their daughters, because you were flirting with their wives, or because you're telling the truth about something that makes the government look bad. Okay? And I did all the above. I did all the above. That's why they made me a patsy for drug traffickers lacing drugs that killed countless people in Cape Coral named Dustin Taylor. Hate to break it to you. But you've been kicking a guy that doesn't deserve to be poor, and a guy who's telling you the truth about the government while he's down the whole time. You've been doing it the whole time. You've been kicking a guy that doesn't deserve to be poor, a guy that doesn't deserve to be a felon, and a guy that doesn't deserve to be stalked and harassed by the internet for no reason, just because I'm telling you the truth. I definitely don't deserve to be kicked. And you're definitely a terrorist. You're definitely a terrorist that I was dunking on Discord. And you're mad that I'm telling them the truth about the illegal immigration scam that the federal police and military have been organizing and keeping in business. Okay? You are a terrorist, and you called the FBI to my house and you swatted me because you're mad that I was making fun of you. You're mad that I was dunking on you. You're mad that I was dunking on your friends. And you're mad that I'm telling the people the truth about immigration customs enforcement and the illegal immigration scam that's been going on for hundreds of years in the United States. And you're mad that I was telling them about it years ago because I've known about it my whole life, because you've been doing this since the 80s, okay? Federal police and the military and rich construction contractors have been shutting down immigration customs enforcement, doing deportations since the 80s. They've been doing it since the 80s. Every time immigration customs enforcement tries to do mass deportations, the federal police, the local police, the military, and rich construction contractors start making phone calls, and they shut down the immigration customs enforcement raids. They've been doing it since the 80s. What you're looking at in chat right now is a terrorist. You're looking at a terrorist that's mad that I made fun of him on Discord. That's mad that I made fun of his Nepo baby FBI relatives on Discord. That's mad that I made fun of the women that don't want to sleep with him on Discord because you're a fat blob and you're afraid to spar me on stream because I'll beat you to death. I'll try to beat you to death in boxing sparring if you agree to spar me on stream, and that's why you're afraid to do it. Yeah, I'm making fun of you right now. You're fat. You're fat. The women you talk to on Discord all day don't want to sleep with you. You're ugly. You're hardly employed. Your job is a redundancy. They could fire you at any moment. They could replace you with AI at any moment. You're afraid to spar me because you're fat. I've posted your pictures on my YouTube community page. You're fat. You're ugly. The women you talk to all day that you're mad that I made fun of, you're such a white knight. You're a simp. You're a white knight. You're fat. You're ugly. You're hardly employed. Your job is a redundancy. You don't have a real job. You're afraid to spar me. You tried to get the police to kill me because I'm right, and you're a bitch, and you're afraid to fight me, and because I made fun of you. You're a thin-skinned little bitch. I'm making fun of you right now. What do you mean I didn't dunk on you? I'm making fun of you right now. I'll say everything I said to you on Discord that made you mad right here again. And you're not gonna do shit about it except swat me. Cause you're a bitch. You're a bitch. You're never gonna spar me on stream cause you're a fat terrorist bitch. And you're a white knight simp that's mad that I made fun of the women on Discord that don't wanna fuck you. You're mad that I made fun of the women on Discord that don't want to fuck you. Cry about the women some more. Oh, he's mean to women. Oh, you abuse women. Oh, you abuse women. Oh, you abuse women. That's you. Then do it, bitch. Then do it, bitch. You'll never spar me on stream in a million years because I'll try to beat you to death on stream, and you know it, bitch. What do you mean I didn't dunk on you? What do you mean I've never dunked on anyone? I'm dunking on you right now, bitch. You're not about to do shit. You must have forgot you swatted me because you couldn't say shit to me on Discord, bitch. You must have forgot you swatted me because you can't say shit to me, bitch. You must have forgot you swatted me because you can't say shit to me, bitch. You must have forgot you swatted me because you can't say shit to me, bitch. You're fat. You're afraid of me, bitch. You're afraid to spar me on stream because you're afraid of me, bitch. You're fat. You're mad that I made fun of the women that don't want to fuck you on Discord. Do it, bitch. No one cares. You're just proving that you can't do shit. What did I just say? I just said you're mad. Cry, bitch. Cry, bitch. Wah. Cry, bitch. You'll never fight me, bitch. Cry, you fucking terrorist. Cry terrorist tears, bitch. Cry your terrorist tears, bitch. Wah. Wah. I'm right, bitch. Illegal immigration is a scam, bitch. The federal police and the military propagate the illegal immigration scam, bitch. Your local police propagate the illegal immigration scam, bitch. They do it to keep you poor, bitch. Wah. Cry. Cry about it. I know this is true because I'm related to people that work for the government. Cry. What are you gonna do, bitch? Nothing. You're a bitch-ass terrorist that won't do shit. You're a bitch-ass terrorist that won't do shit. You're fat. You're fat. You try to protect women that don't want to fuck you because you're a simp. And you do it when people aren't even presenting themselves as a threat to the women because you're a simp. There's no amount of harassing random people that'll make them want to fuck you. There's no amount of being a terrorist that will make those ugly fat bitches that you tried to swat me over want to fuck you, you fat fuck. Hey, guess what, bitch? You swatting me didn't make those bitches want to fuck you. Guess what? You swatting me didn't make women on Discord want to fuck you. All those women that you waste your life voice chatting with on Discord, they didn't want to fuck you after you swatted me because you're a fat, ugly blob. You're a fat, stupid, weak, ugly blob. That's why swatting me didn't make women want to fuck you on Discord, you ugly bitch. You must have forgot why you swatted me. It's because you can't talk shit, you fat bitch. Yeah, I know, that's why you do it, because you're a fucking incel, and no amount of swatting me will make women want to fuck you. You just felt it yourself, bitch. The amount of self-felt this motherfucker just did. He thought he was saying something slick. But if you read above a 3rd grade reading level, you'll quickly realize, you'll see the stupid motherfucker seeping through everything this guy says. So, yeah. Meeting women on Discord is the most incel thing you've ever heard, because your dumbass does it. All you do is talk to women on Discord all day. You must have forgot. You must think I've forgotten or something. But all your stupid ass does is sit in a voice chat with women and listen to them say things that don't fucking matter all day. That's all your dumbass does. That's all your fat, stupid ass does. Don't think I didn't post pictures of your fat, stupid ass on my community page, because I did. Hey, have you gotten your beer gut under control yet, fat motherfucker? Have you gotten your beer gut under control yet, fat motherfucker? I'm just wondering if you've got your beer gut under control yet, fat motherfucker. No amount of swatting me is going to make the women's attention that you beg for on Discord all day come your way, fat motherfucker. And it's because you're a fat motherfucker. I don't need to post more pictures of you. Only one picture of your fat fucking ass was enough to cement the fact that you're a fucking incel cuck that sits on Discord voice chats all day trying to defend my lady's honor because you're too much of a pussy to put a pair of boxing gloves on and spar me on stream. Your name is Fat Motherfucker. How many times do I have to say it? How many times do I have to say your name? Last name Motherfucker, first name Fat. That's on your driver's license and your birth certificate, bitch. Yeah, if I'm projecting, come spar me on stream, dude. If I'm projecting, come show your slender frame on stream, dude. If I'm projecting, come show your slender frame on stream before you box me on stream. Why hasn't that happened yet? Why hasn't that happened yet? If you can just walk into my house and ejaculate on people, why haven't you sparred me yet? It's because I'm right when I say that you're a fat, liberal cuckold that's afraid to spar me on stream, because everything that I say about the immigration scam that the Democratic Party and the Republican Party have been propagating alongside the federal, local police and military for hundreds of years in this country. If that's not true, then why was your bitch ass so mad that you doxed me in the first place and swatted me? You don't call the FBI to people's house unless they're saying something about how the government operates that's true. You wouldn't have swatted me and sent the FBI to my house unless every single word I said about the immigration scam that the government has been propagating for hundreds of years were true. You're a fat, liberal cuckold that sits in voice chats with women all day, and your ass got sore, and you're too much of a bitch to spar me on stream, so you swatted me, you got me fired, and you doxed me, and guess what? You did it because you're a fat, liberal cuckold, and she didn't want to fuck you before, and she doesn't want to fuck you now. She never will want to fuck you. It doesn't matter how many times you sit here and say retarded shit to me. When you go back to that Discord, she's still not going to want to fuck you because you're a fat cuckold that can't fight. You're a fat cuckold that can't fight, and you can come to Lee County, Florida right now, and we will meet in an empty field and spar. Let's go. Come to Lee County, Florida. We will meet in an empty field in Lee County, Florida with boxing gloves and mouth guards and hand wraps, and we're going to spar in boxing, and then I'm going to beat you to death on stream. Then come to Lee County, Florida. Prove you're not a fat cuckold. prove you're not a fat cuckold, because every picture of you motherfuckers that swatted me and doxed me that I posted was of a fat cuckold that sits in a Discord voice chat all day begging for attention from women that are never gonna fuck him. Come to Lee County, Florida. What do you mean set it up? What do you mean set it up? Do you have a fucking map? Does your dumbass have access to a map? What do you want to set up, bitch? I told you where to go. I said come to Lee County, Florida. Let me know when you're here. What do you need to set up, bitch? Do you need to set up when you're going to sit in the corner while I fuck your wife? Do you need to set up which corner of the room you're going to sit in while I fuck your wife? What do you need to set up? What do you need to set up, motherfucker? I told you where to go. Tell me what you need to set up. Tell me what about Lee County, Florida doesn't make sense to your fat cuckold liberal ass. Tell me what about Lee County, Florida being where you need to go requires more explaining to your fat cuckold Latino ass. Bitch, go anywhere in Lee County. Anywhere in Lee County is close enough for us to meet each other. What more information does your fat Latino cuckold ass that gets mad when people tell the truth about illegal immigration scams need to hear? What else do you need to hear, you fucking cuckold? Anywhere in Lee County will do. Anywhere in Lee County will do, you fat liberal Latino cuckold. Anywhere in Lee County, Florida is close enough. Anywhere in Lee County, Florida is close enough. You fat Latino liberal cuckold that swats and doxes people and gets them fired from their job for the attention of women on Discord that will never fuck you. They're never gonna fuck you because you're a fat cuckold. You're a fat liberal Latino cuckold. We can see your gut hanging over your waistband, bitch. She's never gonna fuck you because you're a fat liberal Latino cuckold. She doesn't wanna fuck you. Swatting me and getting me fired didn't make her want to fuck you. You know why? Because you're an Uncle Tom, fat, liberal, Latino cuckold. What language does your retarded ass speak? Hold on. I need to know what language your retarded ass speaks. Your real name is... Alright, so your last name is Cuckold, your middle name is Latino, and your first name is Fat. So your full name is Fat Latino Cuckold, and that's why you swatted me and got me fired and doxed me, is because your first name is Fat, your middle name is Latino, and your last name is Cuckold, and that's why you're afraid to spar me in boxing on stream in Lee County, Florida, is because your first name is Fat, your middle name is Latino, and your last name is Cuckold. No, you do actually, because you sit in a voice chat all day begging for the attention of women that are never gonna fuck you. And you've actually gotten people fired from jobs because you're simping for women on Discord that aren't ever gonna fuck you. They never have or will fuck you, and it's because when you post pictures of yourself in that Discord, they're pictures of fat, liberal, Latino cuckolds that can't fight. She's never gonna fuck you. She's never gonna fuck you. And do you know why? It's because you're a fat, liberal Latino cuckold that's afraid of sparring a pale North American man that you call an incel on stream. I'm literally taller than you, my dick is literally bigger than yours, and I'm literally better at fighting than you. That's why you're a fat Latino liberal cuckold, and that's why you're afraid to spar me. Okay, you swatted me because I dunked on you in front of women that you're trying to impress on Discord for months. You called the FBI to my house because I dunked on you in front of women that you've been spending years trying to impress and get in the pants of on Discord. And it made your fat, liberal, Latino ass cry how hard I dunked on you in front of the women who you desperately wanted to fuck that are never gonna fuck you because you're a fat, liberal Latino cuckold that's afraid to spar me on stream after you spent years calling me an incel. You must have forgot why you had to swat me. You must have forgot why you had to swat me. You didn't have to swat me because I ran out of things to say. You didn't have to swat me because I ran out of things to say. I hate to tell you that, buddy. You didn't swat me because I ran out of things to say about your fat, liberal, Latino cuckold ass. Hey, come spar me on stream. I'll show you why your people had to beg for mercy. I'll show you why your people had to beg that we're deporting them. All right? Come spar me on stream. I'll show you why your people had to beg for mercy from pale North America. We're deporting them. Come to Lee County, Florida, and I'll show you why your people had to beg for mercy from ICE. It wasn't because your people are tough. It's because your people are fat fucking cuckolds. Okay? Your people had to beg for mercy from Immigration and Customs Enforcement because your people are fat fucking cuckolds. Your people are fat fucking cuckolds. I'm talking about Latinos. You come from a fat cuckold culture, which is why your people had to beg for mercy from Immigration Customs Enforcement. It would be because your people are fat fucking cuckolds that can't do anything in the face of a pale North American. Hate to break it to you, buddy.